Have you? I mean, we've been talking about some of the human smuggling, obviously, and like the tunnel in El Paso and all that. But since the Trump administration came in and is trying to crack down on the border, what has been the
numbers?
Financial impact, I don't know, on the coyotes and that business that the cartel has?
Significant. If you look at American numbers, illegal border crossings have gone down hugely.
Yeah.
I think it's like actually in history, it's some of the lowest it's ever been.
It was a low bar.
It was a low bar, honestly. And so prices for crossing nearly doubled to pay a coyote to take you across the border.
So technically, basically supply, this isn't a perfect way of saying it, but supply has gone down, but demand has gone up.
I don't even know if demand has gone up simply because there is like no supply of like people who are willing to take you across the border. Because there were so many seizures too of people illegally crossing the border, like they were getting caught. The cartels and the coyotes really toned down operations because they were just, it just got to a point where everyone was just getting caught. So then also demand was going down because people kind of figured, well, we're paying double to try to cross, and the likelihood of us getting caught has gone up. Yeah. So it's like a sunk cost that they can't afford. Because so many people, it's not like a lot of the people who get caught crossing the border, like it's not their first time trying to cross. It's not their first time getting caught. It's not their first time in the United States. So imagine how much money that is, especially for someone who's literally working to pay to cross into the United States. And now you're telling me that, well, the price has gone up significantly, and so has the likelihood of me getting caught. Fuck, I don't know if I should take this risk again, because it is a huge financial risk.
Oh, yeah. Have we seen like some of these corrupt NGOs that have been working like on our side of the border as well, literally sometimes directly with coyotes? Have we seen some of them like disappear, go underground?
Honestly, I have no idea. That's something that I haven't really dug into, just because there's so much more going. Like there's so much shit going on.
Yeah, that's probably a Jorge question, to be honest with you.
That is a Jorge question. That's his border beat.
Have you talked with him recently?
Yeah, all the time.
How's he doing? I haven't talked with him in like the last few months.
He's doing good. He's locked in. He's killing it with the reporting on that border beat. He knows what's up. Yeah. And he gets good scoops.
And he focuses on the smuggling more than anything. So.
Yeah, that's his thing. And he'll lock in because like when he found that story with the 10-year-old girl, I think he was the one like with News Nation that they called the number that she had. And they kept following that story, which I thought was really solid reporting, because I like to see that beginning to end. What's going to happen to that person? Okay, we know that this happened. Now what? And a lot of reporters, are particularly like news outlets with a lot of bureaucracy, won't follow through. And that's shitty reporting. That's weak journalism.
It's also the supply line is crazy how deep it goes. It's not 1 or 2 steps. Or 3 steps. I mean, even with the example of some of the Chinese nationals who were going across the border, that shit was crazy. Did I show you Nick Shirley's thing that he found?
Yes, I know. And
it's like 45 steps.
Okay, you know what's funny that I didn't tell you about last time I was here? That when I was in Culiacan, because it was during the throes of the violence, no one was at my hotel. Like it was me and then the workers and like maybe 3 women who went for like BBLs. And then no, seriously, they were like leaving all bandaged like and like walking crooked.
Stop doing that, ladies. Come on.
I know.
It looks terrible. It looks terrible.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, anyways, that's not the point. So it was me and them. And then when I would go outside to smoke, there was always this group of guys, like and they were foreign and they were speaking Turkish. And so I would sit there. I didn't interact. Was he Turkish?
No, we're just laughing.
Why?
That was out of left field. I wasn't expecting a Turkish guy.
Neither did I. So I actually, it's so funny because I called my dad and I'm like, listen to what they're saying because I think it's Turkish. And he's like, yeah, it is. So we just know. Like, it's that
Okay.
my dad doesn't speak Turkish. We're not Turkish, but just to confirm, you know?
Your dad's got the ear.
Secondary source. He's got
Right.
the talent. Yeah. So anyways, I'm like, I'm not going to really interact. I'm here to work, blah, blah, blah. I was always in and out. One night, there's a shoot. Like, the city was basically on lockdown. It was a stay-in-place order, which happens pretty frequently. And so I'm sitting in the lobby because the internet was horrible. I'm working, and they're sitting in the lobby, and their wives are there. And they go, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, I'm Canadian, but I'm actually working here. And I kind of gave them the spiel. And they go, oh, okay, we didn't know what you were doing. Like, you just look out of place. And I go, well, you guys are ones to talk, because who the hell are you and what are you guys doing here? And they gave me this story about, oh, we're just like tourists visiting Mexico.
That's always what they say. Just a tourist.
Yeah, in fucking Culiacan, where you can't even leave the hotel right now, all the way from Turkey. Then I get one-on-one with one of the wives, and she goes, we're trying to get to New Jersey. So funny. I know. We're trying to get to New Jersey.
Where are they?
They actually went back. They got here and they went back. Or she went back.
She went back?
Yeah, we added each other on Instagram because
no shit.
She was having trouble. Well, yeah, I don't actually, that's not my story to tell. But basically,
you can tell me off camera.
Yeah, I will. I actually have a lot to tell you off camera.
Oh. All right.
So anyways, we get to talking, and she goes, we're just waiting for the call from the Coyote so that we have to take a flight from Culiacan to wherever, and then we're going to cross, and then we're going to finally get to New Jersey. And we have some cousins there already. And so I thought that was so interesting because everyone, first of all, it's not just, the southern border is not just this open floodgate for Mexican immigrants. It's the world's floodgate.
Exactly.
And a lot of people have that misconception, and it's so blatantly wrong. And so they were from Turkey. They literally flew into Mexico, and they were coming to New Jersey. Now, I forget where I was going with this, but I guess the point has been made.
Yeah. Wild, Wild West down there. Put it that way.
Basically, yeah.
Did I ever connect you? I just thought of this randomly. Did I ever connect you with Luis Navia?
No, you didn't. And you had actually mentioned that, I think.
I should do that. So he was on my show. We did 2 episodes. I think it was 221 and 222. But he was legit. Like, it was a real... The fucking 15 agencies took him down in like 16 countries back in 2000. He was like the chief smuggling expert for the cartels and was moving shit all over the world. He lived in Greece at one point. He said, I work with every cartel except the Asian ones. Outside of that. So he's been, obviously he's been out of that life for 25 years now. But he also back then like worked with the government to identify, where some of the sources were coming from and all that. So he's always like stayed with it with what's going on. But he said right now, I don't know if you've heard any inkling of this out there, but Ecuador is becoming, starting with the political structure at the top, is becoming like a hotbed for cartels. And I still have to talk to him about it more, but like, I think he was also saying, like, there's something the Mexican cartels are doing to funnel through there.
It's so funny because people have been saying this to me, and I haven't had the time to dig into it, but it would not surprise me at all simply because they have such an unstable government right now.
Yeah.
So it makes total sense. And there has always been a sort of Ecuador cartel connection. So.
I got to make that connection for you. You should talk with him.
Yeah.
He's always calling me. He's like, you got to see these fucking things. And I'm in Ecuador right now. Shit's crazy, man.
No way. Yeah. And I want to know so bad. Because you connected me with Tommy, and Tommy goes, can you please go to Sinaloa and make sure it's safe? And then we'll meet you there. It's like, Jesus. But he's got a kid, so I get it.
Oh,
the guinea pig.
Tommy has brass balls. And he goes into all these dangerous places and is very brave. It's just funny then when that same guy, like when he'll call me up and he'll be nervous about something. I'm like, Tommy, like,
you've
worn bulletproof vests in like the middle of gang wars. Like,
yeah,
you've already lived that life. Like, why are you getting nervous now, man?
It's good though. I think that's part of it. That's part of him being brave, for sure.
Tommy does amazing work.
I agree.
And Brandon Buckingham as well. Like, they go to the stories that people don't want to cover or get ignored. And, like, it is cool to see Tommy doing more. I can tell. He's been calling me a lot about it. I can tell when he's really getting into something. But like,
And he has the Mexico itch.
that's what I'm saying. The cross-border stuff involving the cartels, he is really getting into that right now. So there's going to be, he already put out like one document. Really,
The TJ story.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are our same guys.
Yep. He's going to do more of that, so people stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for checking out this clip. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button on this video. It is a huge, huge help. And if you'd like to check out this clip's full podcast episode, that link is in the description below or right here. And finally, you can follow me on Instagram and X by using the links in my description below.